Oh, basically, what does it look like to you?
Steamer baskets.
All right, dumpling steamer, really good, and a nice little one. All right, but actually it has these layers, and it has some holes, and it's nice in that way because, you know, if you're going to raise worms, they're kind of a little bit like us. They really don't like too much sun.
I know, and they're getting hot.
And they get hot. Yeah, put them over here. We'll give them a better home. Right. And can you actually? I'll get the other material.
Yeah, the mulch is down there. The raw.
Are they coming from you?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Got a bucket?
Yeah, a little bucket would be good.
You want it smaller?
Yeah, just you know, as much as we can. All right. So you fill them into little pieces. And what is this? What we call this is, in this case, it's worm bedding. Have a choice. In the end, we're just going to demonstrate, so it's not going to be like, you know.
Are you done? It's good exercise, right? Yeah. You don't need weights. You just like do this.
Yeah, here's the bucket of water.
Okay, yeah, that'll be better.
What is this?
Oh.
What is that?
Coconut coir.
Coconut.
It's the husks of the coconut, the inside part. Okay. So what I do is on the top layer, I have this stuff. Okay, I make that the bedding. Now on the bottom part, I have the screen. The only reason I use the screen is so the casting will catch here and make it easier to take out. All right. And then below, if you wanted to, you could actually have a pot of soil to enrich it, and then make that also another place to catch worm poo. Okay. So what does worm poo look like? All right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. And it has
That's
some
worm poo?
That's worm poo. Isn't it beautiful?
Whoa, all of it?
No, it's constantly creating itself. So this smells a little bit because this had some orangey things in it first. Okay. So are we just do a separate system, and you can use your citrus to create the cleaners and things like that, eco-enzyme product, Fondant calcium. Okay. So I usually separate my citrus stuff into its own stream, but everything else can then go through either the worm system or yet another system. So this collects on the bottom, all right? All right, and then we got this stuff, all right? So let's put it on the ground.
There are certain things that are allowed and certain things that aren't. Like
yeah, you can.
Quick question, Tammy.
Hi.
Does this should this be in a shaded area?
Yeah, they'll go down. All right.
that are not allowed.
It wasn't a question.
That's all right. No, it is. But, you know, the worms are very smart. All right.
Most things that are allowed here are the lactose stuff. Things that come out of dairy.
So just like this. Okay. If you guys want to come over and see, you have to come over here. You can just kind of like do this. It's really, really easy. Isn't it? But the cool thing is having this kind of container. All right. All right. So you can do it with, you know, stackable baskets as well. But this is even better because, of course, it's just natural bamboo. You don't have any fear of, you know, plastics or, you know, a lot of plastics have BHP and that soft other stuff in them. So this is just, this also keeps wet.
Would you have soaked that for longer?
Because this is actually not soft enough. I usually let it kind of get a little bit soft and gooey and things like that. But they'll eventually get to it, and they'll eventually start eating it. All right. So you basically then this is the worms themselves. There's not a lot in there. And they may have already crawled out. I don't even see them now. Oh, there's a few, okay? But honestly, you should have a lot more.
I know.
A lot more, okay? All right, so anyway, I'll give you you'll have the bed already, and you imagine there's a lot of worms here, all right? There's only a few here, all right? All right, and then you would just feed them. Don't feed them too much. The first time, maybe even just like my bottom part here, this is a little bit maybe much for them. And just give them the softer, gooier things to begin with. Yeah, right.
They love bananas.
Yeah, I love bananas. They love this stuff even. All right. Yeah, cute. Soft, gooey things. Yeah, soft, gooey. And this is actually a decent thing to do with, like, if you have little bits of some meat ends that you didn't end up making a stock from, but you still have to get rid of. And not that you ever have that problem, but other people who don't know how to deal with their food that well. Right?
So you can have also other kind of lives, right?
Yes, sometimes what will happen is like, I know you guys, I'm going to tell you right out. And another,
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
another name for them. So you just have to learn the better name for them. It's called black soldier fly larvae. BSF larvae.
It's working, right?
So and then you don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell people they're maggots. Okay? But they even eat the food even faster.
The meat?
So I have actually. They eat anything. All right. So I have already started transitioning to BSF instead of the worms because they
BSF?
actually eat so much faster.
Black
soldier
soldier
Black soldier fly.
Oh,
Okay.
Black.
And if you're raising chickens or fish or anything like this, wow, what a great source of protein for these guys, you know.
they're doing,
Okay.
you know, they was doing
And a
abortion.
little bit of, you know,
whole big
shade.
fish. One
And
day
then
later it
when
was
you
gone.
first start,
Just skeleton.
you just have to make sure to not overfeed them and just let them work on it for a while. And let them, and you'll start seeing things really start turning like this, right?
So when you say not overfeeding, you mean like
Don't feed them every day until you get a lot of worms growing in there, right? So and so at first, you know, that's really the biggest deal. A lot of people will dump too much. They're not really set up correctly, or they'll, you know, they'll either drown them. Or they'll starve them of water. They need about 80% water into their system, so it needs a pretty humid environment, and definitely out of the sun. All right. So and then you just like this, and then every time you just feed them in the top. All right, but wait until they start eating it.
Are you keeping this outside?